Hello, I am Madison or Maddie. I am the other person as my friend, as like she said, but I'm not gonna say her name or anything. And so yes, I am the other friend. I've had reptiles before. I had toads, but I did hear that toads are poisonous. So yeah, and a disclaimer, you might hear my parents downstairs, okay? Because they're a little loud right now. And so I've had two lizards before. My first lizard was a water dragon. His name was Turbo because he was very fast. Guessing that's what water dragons do. Yeah, he was very fast, and he did die in a month, sadly, because I think he was too exposed too much. I'm not gonna blame anybody or anything, but I think he was exposed too much because my friends, like, they would come over and stuff like almost every single night, and they would always get him out and play with him. But I'm like, guys, we should stop this. So like it happened for like a continuous month when I had Turbo. And after a while, like Turbo, I think he died, but part of that one night I was just petting him and I accidentally tugged a little bit too hard on his tail and it actually came off. But I freaked out, but I'm like, oh wait, his tail can regrow back. So yeah, I had to wait for his tail to grow back, yeah, but shortly he died, but I was sad. It was a sad day for me. And my next lizard was a bearded dragon. My bearded dragon's name was Chloe. I was hoping it was a female, but I wasn't sure what gender she was. So I had a female. Well, no, sorry, I didn't have a female. I thought she was a female, and I had her. I think she got sick from. I don't know if she got like. I'm pretty sure she got sick from something. I wasn't sure. I gave her enough like calcium powder and all the things that she needs. I think she just got sick from something. But I've had her for a month too. She got sick and died sadly. And I've had a frog, no, not a frog, a toad before that. I forgot his name. And me and my cousin might have killed him on the trampoline. But we've had him, he was like a wild toad that just lived at our house. I loved that toad. He was so good. He was so nice. Um, and I actually had two toads and one frog. I wasn't sure what type of frog it was, and I didn't know what to feed it. So I released the frog and, oh, sorry, excuse me. And I've had I've had two toads. So the first one was named Buff. I don't know why I gave him this name. It was just the first name that popped in my head. So the first name was Buff, and he was a male because he croaked and he was smaller, which indicates that that's a male. And I've had a female named Luna. She was a female because she was larger than Buff, and she did not croak when I picked her up. So I had a female and a male toad, and I had a female toad. No, sorry, a female frog named Squeakers because my neighbors found it, and I'm like, okay, I'll just take it. They lived in like a tote. It was big enough for all of them to live in. And so I've had them, but I realized I don't want to keep on feeding these guys because like it kind of just turned into a hassle like of the feeding days and stuff because they both need to eat it and I had to make sure they eat food so they didn't starve. So I just finally decided to release them, and I figured out, I might be saying this twice but I'm not sure, I figured out that they were poisonous. So that's why I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't keep these things because I didn't really wash my hands because you're supposed to wash your hands if you like handle them. So yes, toads are poisonous, and if you do have toads of your own, I would advise you to wash your hands after you handle them. And I just had standard American toads too. So those are my reptiles, and I actually do have other pets. Yeah, and I will introduce them in the next video.